All right, so this is the ultimate one that people have been requesting. And so this is my GM planner. I've had this for 2.5 years now from Louis Vuitton. And I haven't spent that much time decorating it, to be honest, but there used to be a lot more things in here. It's a lot thinner, as you can see, because I started to realize that I do not use the hourly inserts that I was using for the last 2 years, because my schedule pretty much repeats itself over and over again. And so because my schedule is in Google, I don't feel the need to necessarily write in every single thing every hour. However, when I was going out into the community more often, when I had more private practice clients, and I had just a lot of different appointments, especially during 2020, I did have the hourly just so I can keep up and make sure I didn't double book myself. But over to the left, it's definitely not cleaned out. I'm going to work on that today. But I usually keep this in here. I am wealthy. This is something that I cut out from a live event that I attended. This here was supposed to go on one of my vision boards inside of here. So I just keep it in here because it's always sold out. And then have some checks back there that I need to send to the bank. And then a lot of my planner is built off of either Etsy shops or cloth and paper. So I love this dashboard. There is luxury and simplicity. I purchased this from Cloth and Paper back in November, December, planning for the new year. And then I also purchased these dividers, and these dividers already have, some of them already have written in topics like schedule, lists, portfolio, and then there's a few more, but I don't use them right now. Like one of these is goals and ideas. And then I had an intention of how I wanted to use this because I purchased 2 of the transparent yearly at a glance, but I really have not used it. And I actually need to get a darker sheet of paper to put behind it because when it's sitting like this, you really can't even see the dates. So probably going to use this for a launch, but I'm not going to make myself use it if I don't need it, but it is for 2022. Then back here, I just have this in here so I can easily turn to the day that I'm planning for. So now we go into the second quarter. So in the second quarter, it has the top dividers for April, May, and June. I only keep 3 months in here at a time just so that it's not as bulky. I love my dashboard from Cloth and Paper. It is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. So I can see already as I'm going through these, one of the things that I would need to put in here, and I have paper downstairs from Hobby Lobby. I need to size up the paper, cut it, and then put it back here so that these words can really pop. So down here, this is where that legend comes in again. So you'll see like the monthly calendar. You'll see like the little dots representing the days that I have coaching clients. Then I wrote mostly just my house bills on here. Don't have too many house bills. And then important dates, what I'm doing with my credit right now, because we're in preparation for a new home within the next year or 2, depending on this market. So what I am choosing to do with credit is that if I have a credit card and it has a balance, I will choose to pay it before the statement closes to boost up my credit score versus paying it after the interest hit, if that makes sense. And so I learned that from some YouTube hacks. I've tried it out. It has worked, but I need to give myself reminders to pay certain things because if not, I'll just pay it automatically through auto pay on the day that it's due and I need to pay it earlier manually. Then I have a tracker. What I'm doing is I'm challenging myself to track my money every single day. So I just made that a money tracker down there. And thus far, at the time of the recording of this video, I've been pretty successful. So this is April. Then down here, I have like my checklist of things that I pretty much think about throughout the week of what I want to accomplish that month. So for example, my son has an IUL savings account and we can overfund that account versus dumping his money into a 529. I have my own personal reasons as to why I do not have a 529 for him. It doesn't mean that I don't believe in 529 plans. However, the way that our economy is going, I just don't know what my son's interests are. And I don't want to lock up his money into an account that he can only use for college. At this time, I only have one biological child. We do have a blended family. And how the 529s are set up is if you If your child does not go to school, similar to a 401k, you'll take a tax hit and you can roll it down to another child, but it has to be your child. And so right now I don't have any more kids. So I just didn't feel like it made sense to open up a 529. So I'm going to overfund right now his index life insurance policy. So we have some checklists for that, including myself overfunding that for 401k and retirement. Pay myself more. So right now I'm working with my operations manager to determine how to, of course, project my money for the year. We just did that last week so that I can increase my pay throughout the year because, like I said, we are planning to purchase a home, and the amount that the homes are in Southern California is crazy. So nevertheless, I got to stack up a lot of money. So then we go into May. You'll start seeing some airplanes pop up in here in May and in June because we are starting to travel, whether it be for our anniversary and or like family trips. So this is the calendar section. And then the hourly section used to go right here, but again, that was too much. I purchased these dashboards from Etsy about a year or two ago. I have a whole stack of them, and sometimes I have to remind myself that it's okay that I don't use them all the time. But I liked this one because she kind of looks like me when I have my hair like that. This was my laptop, my little Starbucks cup, nice, cute little desk. And then if you can see closely, she's in New York. And I like working in New York as well as Los Angeles. So that's the dashboard into the section of projects. Okay, so in this section, I am focused on projects. I am currently collaborating with a nonprofit that I've been working with for over 8 years at this point, probably even a decade. And this section was filled with other note pages of when I would have meetings. I just want to keep track of what we're talking about. Sometimes I would have the habit of writing on a sticky note and then I misplace a sticky note and it has some important notes. So I decided in December, because I knew that I would be partnering with a few nonprofits, that I would just purchase these note pages from Cloth and Paper. So I really need to restock this area because I'm going to start working with them in the next week. Then this next section is list. So this is what I purchased, especially because I was expanding my team again this year. And we do have a project management system, but sometimes I like to just write things out. So on here, it has all tasks. So let's just say if I had a team member that I was onboarding, we have our typical onboarding list in our project management system. But as I go throughout the day doing work myself, I may realize that I need to delegate, of course, some more things off my plate. So then I'll list them out all here. And then priority tasks, maybe due to a launch or just something that we need in an urgent manner. And then we have non-priority tasks and due dates. So right now I don't really have anything to put right here, but that's why I just leave like one or two just in case I need to take some notes. And then here I need to do a refill, but this is my inbox. These were some stickers that I purchased at Michael's. So these were also from Cloth and Paper, like an inbox. Maybe I was reading my email, and then also my to-do list here. Sometimes I write down my intentional task in different ways. So sometimes I want to write it on a sticky note. Sometimes I'll write it in my journal. Sometimes I'll write it in my project management system. And one of the things I've realized over time is that there is no one right way to do anything, especially when it comes down to planning. So I have, again, given myself permission to switch stuff up, you know, every week if I need to, or just do different ways, a different way every day, just so that, you know, I don't get bored. So then we go into my why. And we do have a color-coded calendar. Again, you can't see it because I need to put some color behind it. But for my eldest son, he's with us pretty much almost 50% of the time each month. And so I have it color-coded of when we have him on the weekends and throughout until the next week of school, and or if we just have him like an overnight in the middle of the week because we're on the schedule. Then we have pictures of my why. I printed this on Canva. Need to update these pictures. This is from my son's 2-year-old birthday party. Then we meet the fun part, purchase tracker. So I actually just got a package on the door from Amazon. And so typically what I would do, especially around the holidays or birthdays, or if we're taking a family trip and I know that I'm going to be ordering a lot of stuff, I definitely need to write down the date that I purchased it, the description, category, like kids or clothes or house, and then the amount that I spent, because it also gives me an understanding of how much money I'm spending because I can see it all on one sheet. So I just cleaned this out as well because that was filled with Christmas stuff, and we're definitely out of Christmas in April. Then I have the wish list. I have different ways of how I list out things that I want. Again, from time to time, I will list them out here. But then I also have another journal from one of my previous coaches, my mentor, and I write out my 101 goals in there. But sometimes I write them in here because I like that it has like the item, the store, and the price, and I can like check it off when I do it. So that's the wish list. And then I have the travel section. I'm a Disney mom. I'm a Disney woman. So I love Mickey Mouse. This was my dashboard that I purchased last year because we had a very big program launch from Walt Disney World, meaning I did the 3-day boot camp at home. And then that weekend we flew out to Florida and we pretty much took all the therapists behind the scenes of how we were launching my program by working from anywhere and everywhere from Walt Disney World. Got my whole family involved, but I purchased a dashboard that represents me and my son sitting in front of the castle. Tried to find one with the whole family, tried to find one with 2 kids. I couldn't. So now I have stickers for the whole family. So we'll work on that. Okay, so in this section, which is my last section, I have goals and list. What I typically do with my inserts is that I cut them so I can just take them out. But this is my packing list. As you can see, I have Hawaii written here. We went to Hawaii in January. However, I realized that we just recycled the same list we had used from the month before when we went to Walt Disney World again for Thanksgiving. But these are from cloth and paper. And we have them for our essentials, clothing, toiletries, technology, shoes, and then it's just a general blank packing list on the back. So I really like that just to kind of keep in order when, especially even when I have events out of town, exactly what I need to have. I keep my stickers back here. I rarely use these in this season, but when I'm in the sticker mode, I will use stickers for like Amazon deliveries, cleaning, Target, washing the house. I honestly purchased a lot of these during the pandemic because I really got into doing my planner at that time because we clearly had a lot of time. And then I have, I use these for airplane, birthdays. What other stickers do I have? I got all these from Etsy. Payday. Definitely use the Monday ones right now. If I have like a webinar, I sometimes use a computer. If I want to do something for YouTube, shipments, money again, and groceries. So again, was using all of those during 2020. And then I just put them in these insert pockets. These are old, but I got my son like some personalized green light debit cards during the pandemic just so that they can, of course, do some chores. And then I just put this back here so that it can be an end flap. I need to clean this section out. And then this is what I received from my stylist after she had styled me for an event that I had last year. So I'm going to go and restock my planner, but some people had just asked what is in it. And so there you have it. Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite section? What other questions do you have about planning? If you want other behind the scene videos of how I set up my planner, please let me know. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.